Oh, what's up, hot takers? It's your boy, Young Shiro, and we got Short Stuff 888 Tiffany in the house as co-host tonight for tonight's very exciting episode with Sage Hardware. If you guys aren't familiar with Sage Hardware and you're not from the Baltimore area, Sage Hardware is one of the most prolific genre vendors I've ever met. A very compelling, very impactful amalgamation of breakcore, metalcore, vaporwave, hyperpop, and maybe even some deconstructed club in there if you're a genre person. All kinds of skill in crazy mashups of some of the most brutal but melodic and emotional music you'll ever hear. So we're immensely excited. We've been wanting to bring him on for a while, and Tiff made the pull. So great pull, Short Stuff. Guys, this is our 101st episode, so we're very, very excited to see everyone that's in chat, whether you are a longtime fan, a new fan. I see some brand new people that have never been here before in chat, and I want you to know that we're glad that you decided to join us. There's room for all y'all at the table. Just a few ground rules, final reminders, and asks that we have before we get started talking about recommendations. Hot Takes is a place for controversial opinions. We want to hear all your gnarliest of takes, but keep it kind. We don't do any sort of racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, or xenophobia on Hot Takes. That shit is not allowed. We actually encourage punching, but punch up, please. Punch way above your weight class. Don't shit talk the guy who has 5 fewer plays on Spotify than you. Just don't do that. It's not a great way to build community. But yeah, keep them coming in chat. The way this show's going to work is we're going to get to know our guest tonight. And then the last half hour of the night, which is going to be approximately 9:30 Eastern, we're gonna have the audience submit questions for Sage Hardware. So it should be good. And if you are a fan of Hot Takes or you like what's going on so far, tweet about it, post about it. Like our status, invite a friend. It's a series of commands at the bottom of the screen that you guys can see. If you want to enter those commands with an exclamation point, you can check out, for example, Short Stuff social media. You can jump in our Discord, and you can even donate if the spirit moves you. If you were here for the pre-roll, which we started a little late, we appreciate y'all's patience. We'll make it worth it to you. Zero Ray submitted a terrific ambient YouTube music playlist. So if you hit exclamation point music, you can check out all of the 100% curated by human YouTube music playlists that are from people that are on the show, people that have been on the show, your hosts, co-hosts, and people, like Zero Ray and others. So check that shit out if you want to get put on something cool. It's a ski mask track on there that I really like, so definitely check out that playlist. Keep me in the know about volume levels, guys, if you don't mind. It is all coming through these monitors, but if the music's too hot, if I'm too hot, if you cannot hear Sage Hardware or Short Stuff, please let me know in chat. Okay, turn the music down, turn Shiro up, turn Shiro off, whatever. All right, so I think that about sums it up. We're going to go ahead and start tonight with a few recommendations that I have based on polls that I've made over the last few months. Had kind of a dry spell recently, so I actually went back to some albums that I pulled a couple months ago. And as is usual, I'm going to start with something that's it's pretty easy listening for vaporwave fans. We're going to talk about N5Xis. If you're not familiar, makes probably the most on the bleeding edge of funk and vapor trap that I've heard for a while. And N5Xis, of course, is, I guess you could say, also a little bit of a genre bender. He kind of covers a lot of instrumental hip hop ground. It might be a little bit vaporous at times, or it may not. A lot of what he's been doing lately has had a lot of rappers, a lot of like hip hop vocals. And I picked up a random album that was actually released, I think, on Mad Decent. Yeah, it is, because it's in the URL, and it's called Short Term Agreement. Short Term Agreement is not one of his better known albums, I don't think, but I really want to shout it out because it has some tracks on it that are like just straight like SoundCloud rap / kind of hyperpop adjacent vocals. Some terrific like dark kind of like sultry like rap. Definitely very radio friendly. It's very easy listening, and it's very like just like chill, like hood vibes, like night hood vibes. On N5X's short term agreement. Very comfortable recommending that to all of you listeners. One lesser known kind of vapor adjacent artist that I discovered called Ocean County Mall makes kind of like a really like radio friendly, like chillwave meets synthwave meets vaporwave kind of like Venn diagram of that overlap of just a lot of like what sounds like samples that are taken and some original kind of compositions over the top of them. Ocean County Mall has an album that's not super long called The Lost Art of Jazzercise, and you'd think like looking at the album artwork and like the Bandcamp, oh, this is going to be like some really like kind of like lo-fi, like like bedroom vaporwave, and it's not. It really reminds me of artists like Red In Ho, if that's how you pronounce their name, Navigator, Abelard, if you guys remember those guys. Just kind of hi-fi, like really, really well produced, kind of like there's like a sheen over it. But it's definitely vaporwave. And I would recommend it if you like, kind of genre bending vaporwave, that you check out Ocean County Mall's The Lost Art of Jazzercise. It was definitely a really fun listen. Really surprising how many like tracks, not like actual this song, but like each song had like just a lot of layers, very maximalist. And then finally, one more to kind of like push you guys a little outside your comfort zone, and then we're going to hear from Short Stuff with a strong opinion. I was recommended a kind of like breaks artist, kind of along the lines of what's playing right now by Pizza Hotline. An artist by Luxury Noise. He recommended. He played it on Turntable one night, and they're called Optic Core. And Optic Core makes a lot of like, just kind of like, really, really honestly similar to what's playing right now, but like kind of like eerier, you could say. Like if you took, like a PS1 like horror game, like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and like had someone from the 2020s like score it with like today's technology. Optic Core would be who I would recommend. I don't know a lot about the artist, but I definitely want to recommend this album by them called Otherworld. And it's not a super challenging listen. It's just a very like vibey, very kind of escapist, but like slightly unsettling. Like, in my opinion, like it's not officially, but it's almost like listening to an imaginary soundtrack for a PS1 horror game. Otherworld by Optic Core. I think a lot of you guys would really like it, especially if you like stuff like Pizza Hotline, Simple Syrup, Luxury Noise. Check it out. That's enough from me. I think we actually need to hear from our co-host about what strong opinions she has had as of late.
Yeah, so I have lately been doing a lot of thrifting. I haven't been lucky with a lot of stuff, but I don't know, I'm just having a really good string of luck with getting a bunch of stuff. And like my go-tos is usually Facebook Marketplace. So a lot of what I collect is like 80s stuff, like the Clint Eager, like what's in my my background right now, my green screen. But something that really grinds my gears, that is really popular in like 80s stuff, is Venetian masks. I hate Venetian masks. They creep me out. I see them all the time on Facebook Marketplace. I don't want a soulless face on my wall. So that's been my hot take. That's one thing I can't get on with the 80s aesthetic is the Venetian mask. I think my mom used to have some.
What is a Venetian mask?
It's those porcelain masks where they're like clowns or whatever. I'm not scared of clowns.
Like the typical like theater where there's like the white face that's happy and the white face that's sad.
But it's porcelain. And it was very popular in like the 80s and 90s. I'm sure if you Googled Venetian mask,
showing my total lack of culture. Venetian mask. There's something else.
But they're just like decorative, like wall hangings, but they have no eyes. It's just a mask, and I just don't want creepy faces. I mean, I feel like the place I live in is already haunted. A little bit of uncanny.
Yeah. Serious? Damn. Yeah, you don't want that.
I don't know. I haven't felt the presence, knock on wood, in a while. But when I first moved in here, I definitely felt something. So I don't want to invoke having weird masks hanging up on my wall.
You don't want to throw a Venetian mask up on your wall and like actually see like eyes behind it.
I know. I think I would. Yeah,
Fuck
I think I would scream and never come back.
I'm gonna have to check that shit out. But hey, okay, so guys, gonna have to know if y'all have any strong feelings about that in chat. But until then, don't give any Venetian masks. If you see her at any shows, since she goes to like all the shows, don't resist the temptation. So how do you feel about like Lux live?
Oh,
you
she's
can handle
fine.
It if it's a vaporwave artist.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's just specifically the wall hangings that I don't like. I think like having a faceless mask in your house is like bringing in bad energy. I don't know. There's something about it's really unsettling.
I don't think you're the only person that believes that. That's probably like a feng shui thing, or like there's definitely other people that have said that shit. You're not the first person.
Yeah.
That's probably an ancient belief that I just didn't know about.
Yeah, like I love all of the, just kitschy stuff in the 80s and 90s and like postmodern and Art Deco, but I just can't get behind those masks. I'm sorry. They're weird.
That's funny. That's cute. Guys, we are going to be bringing on our guest very soon to see what he thinks about Venetian masks. But again, if you're not already familiar with Sage Hardware, I urge you to check out his work. He's been in Japan recently. He's collaborated with a lot of high-profile vaporwave artists. He's constantly innovating, constantly experimenting, and especially because of the fact that he has a very like storied and unique and eclectic musical background. He's the perfect guest for hot takes. So if you're in the like Baltimore area or you fuck with metalcore, breakcore, vaporwave at all, you got to get into Sage Hardware. I'm sure you've bumped into him at a show once or in every great while. But either way, if you have or have not, that's who's coming on the show tonight. So everybody, warm it up for our guest tonight, Sage Hardware. Go ahead and unmute yourself, my friend. You are on camera.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, boy?
How's it going?
Oh, just super excited about this great poll that Tiff made.
Hell yeah.
What do you think about Venetian masks, bro?
Oh, man. So I was thinking about it. At first, I was like, what the fuck is that? And I had to like look it up. But I hate them because I had a roommate who was like constantly doing psychedelics, and he had one on his wall and was kind of insane.
Yeah,
so that's my association with that.
Not a good time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
So that was the first thing that came to my mind. But yes, I don't like them.
Not a great association for sure.
No.
Well, hey man, appreciate the solidarity in chat. That doesn't seem like, I mean, maybe like some people are like, I don't mind them, but someone said I don't mind Venetian snares. That's funny. How apropos. We're going to be playing a lot of breaks in background music tonight. So, hey man, I would like to kind of get started by getting to know we chatted a lot in the pre-roll, and that was really cool. Like, I definitely want to kind of reprise some of those conversations. But one of my favorite questions that I've been asking everybody as of late has been, I want you to go way back, reach back into your mind, reach back into your early formative years, because I could tell you when this happened for me, but I want to know, what was your first experience that was musical, where you had something that you heard and you were like, this really moves me. What is this feeling? Why do I love this? This is going to be really important. I can tell.
I'm going to say, so both my parents are both musicians and artists and are still extremely active in their 60s. Like, my dad's insane. He's in like 4 bands. But I would say, like, when I was growing up, like as like a super young child, they were in a Christian rock band called Upon This Rock. And so every Wednesday or Thursday, I think I would go to the church and like listen to like live music as like a super young kid who is growing, probably like 2-3 years old. And just like hearing that and, feeling live music like that and seeing my parents do it. And we would travel around to like malls and they would play like stuff.
Oh, wow.
In like Maryland and stuff like that.
So like busking.
That was kind of, what's that?
Like busking.
Not. It was like they would like play on like a stage in the mall. It was like very weird. Like it was like an official, like they were there maybe doing outreach or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that was popular in like the 90s, like the mall.
It was. The whole like Jesus freak movement and stuff was definitely in full swing.
Right.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, but they
have a similar background.
They've definitely been putting music in my face for as long as I can remember, and you know, just constantly my dad's playing like new music. Like my dad put me on to like Yellow Magic Orchestra when I was younger.
Nice.
So like, you know, it's a big variety with them. They're into a lot of different stuff. So
yeah, and your dad performed at MagFest last year.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what? Story time.
He's in a bassoon quartet.
Bassoon?
Yeah, like the big.
Yeah,
it's like a big.
I'm familiar. I mean, I've never played it or like seen it, but like, wow.
But he's in a quartet and they cover video game music, and they get like hired to like go to events and like play and.
So like Bit Brigade, except like cooler.
Yeah. But he was digging it. I had told, because I played 2025. I played 2025 and I was like, you should apply and just like go for it. And he did.
That's too cool.
In the atrium where he played, like it was fully packed out. Like I fought to like get a seat in there to watch.
Damn, it was like the club stage.
Yeah.
Club stage for the bassoon brigade.
Except probably less sweaty.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Oh, that's nifty as fuck, man. I don't know if that was your question, Tiff. I don't want to like steal your question.
Oh no, you're fine. I just wanted to interject with that because I thought that was really cool that his dad performed at MagFest. But yeah, I mean, like with like being introduced to like music that early and stuff. Is there anything that you and your dad like disagree on completely when it comes to, like music genres or just like styles of music?
100%. Everything that Sage Hardware does, he does not like.
So he actually doesn't like the project.
One of my favorite questions to ask people is like, do your parents like your music? So
no.
I'm sure they like you and support you, but maybe not Sage Hardware.
I think they can appreciate like the creativity behind it, but I think as soon as like if there's any kind of harsh vocals or like any kind of
dirty vocals,
or anything, they're like done.
Nice.
They're like, this is too much. I can't understand what they're saying.
that is one of like that's the normie complaint. Like I can't understand the words. I've never understood that.
Right.
What do you think is like a big misconception about your work with your dad? Because like, you know, for people that are not aware, like your type of music, you're screaming, it's very aggressive. I've been to a few of your shows. It's not, I will say it's not generally my type of music, but I do enjoy pushing you. I'm just always afraid that you're going to get angry and push me back. And I'm like,
so Sage Hardware is kind of a bigger guy. So like he definitely will get in the fucking pit. He doesn't stay on the stage. For anybody that doesn't know, he doesn't stay on the stage. He gets in the pit. He usually has like a balaclava on, just bouncing off of people. So I'm definitely too old for that shit. And I'm not a bigger guy. I also have corrective lenses. I don't know if those are like prescription, buddy, but like not me, man. I'm not losing my glasses, you know. Yeah. So like maybe that makes me unk. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm getting there, man. I'm like I'm about to be 35 in like 2 months, so
yeah, I hit 35 a couple months ago. It's starting to feel it.
I'm damn near 40. Next topic. So, tell me a little bit about what you play, because I've listened to a fair amount of your music. I've not listened to everything you've made, obviously, but like, you know, you got the vocals. Usually there's like a pretty like violent like electronic beat. Sounds like some guitar work in there. Do you play like what all do you play?
So a lot of Sage Hardware is sampling, but most of the time I would say when you hear a guitar, That's 100% me. I've been playing guitar
That's fucking cool.
for maybe like almost 20 years now.
Oh wow.
Badass.
Yeah, since I've been like 15.
I love some guitar and vaporwave, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I feel like it there's like I love like shoegaze tones, and I feel like
too.
there's so much overlap between vaporwave and like shoegaze, so it's like really
Thoroughly
easy
agree.
to kind of sneak in some guitar in some songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It made a lot of sense when Equip started playing because he has like a very like dream pop guitar sound. You know,
Right.
James Webster, like you don't even realize that he's like, and that's not to discredit, but like you sometimes don't even realize like, oh shit, he's like shredding in this song. And then of course, if you listen to Fire Tools at all, every track that has guitar is some of the most ascendant shit you will ever hear.
Yeah.
So
Angel is insane. I've known Angel for a very long time.
that's awesome.
You know, we grew up in the same state together, so like some of my first shows were like watching her old bands playing like
No
gymnasiums
way.
and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Angel has
Like-
actually opened for and collaborated with a lot of the like 2000 like late 90s and 2000s like Christian like solid state adjacent artists, tooth and nail artists. So like that shit is super cool to me.
Yeah, I mean, I could go on and on about like some of her earlier bands because they've like impacted, and obviously Fire Tools has impacted Sage Hardware, so it's like
Oh yeah.
this like continuation. So it's really cool to like be in the same, you know, hemisphere, I guess, as Angel.
Have you ever considered doing a collab together? Have
I
you
don't
ever
know,
reached,
I'm
considered?
a little intimidated, but like I mean, I guess, you know, I could put the ask out there.
Well,
see what's up
we'll
with it.
put the beacon out there to
Thanks for the
reach out
demo,
to
Fighting
Fire
Island.
Tools. Make sure, yeah.
Yeah, that would be that would go so hard.
Yeah, because I've
Yeah,
seen
for sure, for
Fire
sure.
Tools once. That was at Midwest Aesthetic.
Midwest Aesthetic Summer
Um,
Synapse. That show
yeah.
was so poignant. Like
Yeah,
it was
it
so
was-
poignant that like during the Rainbow Bridge song, one of Lux's friends that was there, who's I wouldn't say she's definitely not a normie. She's got good taste in art. But she's like more of like kind of like the like, you know, analog acoustic. She was like crying and shit during Rainbow.
Oh wow.
I mean, I probably was too. I think I was. Yeah.
Was
it's
Rainbow
really
the one
poignant.
about her cat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Rainbow
I
Bridge.
definitely started tearing up when I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
like I knew nothing about, you know, the history or what happened, but I could definitely tell it was very emotional, and it's very sad, you know, passing of a beloved pet.
Yeah.
But
Breakfast, I think, was the cat's
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
So you guys grew up in the same state. So Angel lives like kind of outside of Chicago. You're in Baltimore. Like, where did, if you don't mind me asking, like, where did you guys grow up?
So I think Angel was like in southern Maryland. I'm more
Did
in
not
like
know that.
northern Maryland.
Gotcha.
But I remember seeing her play a lot. There used to be this promotion agency called Cobra Clutch, I think.
Okay.
And they only did like Christian metalcore, metalcore kind of stuff, kind of shows like that. So like a lot of times I would go to like Annapolis where those shows were being held
Ooh.
and like see, you know, Angel's different projects and stuff like that, or like, you know, wherever. I don't know. Maryland is so big, and like music is like, you know, everywhere because of DC and Baltimore, that like you're traveling all over to go to shows usually.
There's so
Yeah.
many like
Different
big
places in
cities and kind
Maryland.
of. Yeah, dude. There's a lot of hot spots that are really close together. You know, we were talking about
Yeah.
the desert Southwest in the pre-roll, and let me tell you, man, it's not uncommon to drive 2 hours without seeing like a single town out there, and it's not
Right.
that way
Yeah.
in New England, or you know, I wouldn't call that the South. I don't know what that region. You know, everything is so close together.
Yeah, Maryland's pretty big, and I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, but it feels like kind of separated. Like it feels like the northern, like, Baltimore is separate from like the southern. It almost feels like two
Yeah.
different places.
Interesting.
I feel that way with Virginia because I'm originally from Virginia, but I grew up in like the Blue Ridge Mountains. So like when people outside of like this area, on the East Coast, when I say, I'm from Virginia, they tend to think that I'm from like Northern Virginia and like Virginia Beach and Norfolk, and I'm like, no, I was in the countryside. I was in the boonies.
That's
Like there's
nice.
nothing out there. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. And so I always considered Virginia to be two different states. And one, like that whole like northern part of Virginia is a totally different like mindset and income and everything from like Southwest Virginia where I grew up. So
And it
I
couldn't be more
definitely relate to
different from
that.
West Virginia, the state, which is completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Deliverance territory.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful, though. I mean, driving through West Virginia
Yeah.
to get to Richmond, it's like a damn jungle, bro. There's just a canopy, and I mean, if illegal stills are real, like I believe it because there's no way they can be seen from any aircraft flying overhead.
Bro, I actually stayed at a Verbo in West Virginia where the guy had an illegal still.
Oh wow!
And he offered
That's
me some
really
surreal.
stuff from it.
Don't drink that shit, bro. You'll go blind,
I had a little bit.
bruh.
But
Was it good or
Short stuff. You
It
ever
was-
tried the moonshine?
no?
yeah, it was
no.
like
No moonshine
straight,
from where you're
like-
from.
It was just fire, just gasoline.
Hell no.
Exactly. Yeah, it tasted like gasoline. Like
No, I've never tried moonshine. It's
partaken.
not really. That's more like that's definitely more West Virginia.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Territory. Oh no,
I
it's
feel
all
that.
good. But I do want to get into behind the name of Sage Hardware. How did you come up with that name?
Okay, it's so I think the original concept of it, if I'm not like, I don't know, it was like 5 or 6 years ago, but I think it came from the plant Salvia divinorum, which is like
Wow.
that plant that gets mixed up with K2 all the time. But it's like, it's like a psychedelic that's, I would say it's probably as crazy as like DMT.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I don't know. I was like kind of like thinking about names, and I was like, what's a cool like name that could, I don't know. And I came up with Sage Hardware as like, you smoke the salvia, you get the Sage Hardware. It sounds so
Nice.
stupid, but like,
No, that's hard as fuck, dude.
some people
There-
think it's like a first and last name, which I love. I love that.
Oh
Yeah.
man. So like
But-
I had always thought like there's like that short era in the mid 2010s where everyone was like Lil this or Young that. That's kind of
Yeah.
where my moniker comes from. It's kind of like a joke on that. But there was also like a very small subset of people that were like Sage this. Like there was a lot of like
yeah.
Sage kind of like hip hop people. So I kind of
like something the Sage or
Yeah.
Sage Gemini or
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I can
Sage
see that, I can
Nebulous.
see that.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the backstory of that.
Unreal.
Did you have any
Nothing
other
too
aliases before that?
As far as electronic music goes, I had like a beat project called Hikikomori, and you can still find like all the music still up. Hikikomori sound
Nice.
bandcamp.com. And it's just like super generic like beats kind of stuff. But if like other aliases includes bands, there's a hell of a lot of that if you want to get into that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was actually gonna like be my next question. Like, tell us about some of your your other musical projects, your musical underpinnings, influences.
Sure.
Super
So-
big question, I know.
So like in the beginning, when I first started playing like live music, I was in a band with Sierra Mist.
I was gonna ask if you guys had worked together. I thought you had.
And it was called No Cure for This Poison.
Nice.
And it was like scenecore, pretty much.
Hell fucking yeah. Okay.
And so we played some shows with that, and that kind of like ended. And then I started another band called Call Me a Dreamer. And I have some like relics here from the past that I kind of like pulled out.
Oh
So
yeah.
this was like our
Nice.
logo.
Okay.
Call Me a Dreamer. Short CMAD for short. That's what a lot of people called us. And we played like, it was like hardcore, but it also had like elements of like screamo and like post rock as well.
Ooh.
And it all kind of like blended together. But we put out a lot of stuff. We did a lot of tours. We did a tour with this band Dead Gods, and we put out this EP or this split, and we toured on it.
Nice.
And Dead Gods was like kind of like blackened hardcore, kind of like Cursed, or like I don't know, like Nails or something like that. Just like real heavy HM2 kind of stuff. And so that band was cool. There's one more thing I'll mention because it's really funny, but there was like a really like a popular metalcore band around here that we all didn't like, and we put his baby picture, the vocalist baby picture, on the cassette. And
that's
like
hilarious.
they sent all their fans after us, so like all our comments were like, fucking, we're gonna rip your head off, is like choke on a fetus or some shit like that. Like just insane shit. Like, and so we decided not to make these like a mass.
You don't
run of
want
these, so
you don't
we
want to
only
name
made
names, huh?
3.
Has the statute of limitations closed?
No, we're actually chill now. Like
that's good.
We like made up a while ago.
Cool.
But the band was in dying arms, if anybody cares. But
I'm glad y'all made it.
so we made 3, and like kind of cycled them in. And I remember at one point, someone on Discogs, or maybe not Discogs, maybe it was like a Facebook sale or something, one of these was bought for like $50, and I was like, what the actual fuck?
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so that band was like active for like 2 or 3 years, probably from like 2011 to 2014. I want to say. And we had a van. We did like a bunch of tours and played all over and did a lot of cool shit. But then when that broke up, I started another band. This band was a lot heavier. This band was like a darkened hardcore band, like the band Dead Gods I was talking about. You know, kind of sounds like Nails or Dead in the Dirt, like those kinds of bands. Like, I don't know, like that chainsaw like guitar tone. And that band was called Bereave, and I have a patch from that band. It says I want to bereave.
I want to bereave. Oh man, that's terrific.
And so, yeah, and the cassette of our first album. And they, after I left that band, they put out a EP that's on here as well. But so after that band, I kind of left that band abruptly because I was like, I got to a place where like almost all of our shows, like there was like multiple fights.
Oh no!
And I was just like
in the crowd or of each other.
Like mosh beef, like
someone would bump into somebody and then they would like take.
Yeah, or like someone said something to someone on the internet before the show.
Someone took umbrage to that and decided to take it to the crowd.
Yep. And so I got kind of sick of that and just decided to just drop out of that.
Yeah.
And like I'm still cool with those guys, and we have actually like recently in the last 3 months talked about doing like getting together and playing the songs again live. So that's pretty cool. It's been almost 10 years. But that was like the last band I was in before I started doing the electronic music stuff. Like there was a lot of other bands, but they didn't really make it past the basement stage or like record anything, and you know, nothing notable. But So I guess like fast forward to now, like I think I told you about that one electronic project, the Hikikimori, and that was
Yeah.
pre-Sage hardware. And then, you know, so I started doing Sage hardware maybe like 2019.
Okay.
Nice.
And I've been doing that for a while, and then recently, like in the last year, I met this guy Ryan, and he had this project Envious. Here's the cassette from that.
All right.
Yeah. Puck.
We just put that out a little while ago, but me and him, I sold like Pokemon cards to him, and he saw the chariot tattoo on my arm.
Hell
right there.
yeah.
And
Shout
he
out
had
the
a chariot tattoo.
No way.
And so
Oh,
Fuck
okay.
yeah,
that
dude.
was the
Shout out Josh
connection.
Scogan.
That was the connection. And like the next time he came into Target, he was like, yo, you should come over to my apartment. And then it just kind of like snowballed, and he
I
showed
love
me the
that.
project, and I was like, I'll play drums, because I also play drums.
Oh, amazing.
And so we've been doing that for a while, and we actually brought on Smooth back in
Awesome.
December, because we
He's
were
been
like,
doing
this,
the guitar or the
Oh, that
the
explains the
guitar.
band practice you had
keys,
last night.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we were like, we really need something else. Like, we don't want another guitar, so we were like, let's get Smooth on keys. Because I think what was happening was he was already playing the show that we were playing, and we were like, come on, dude.
Nice.
Just come play keys for us. Like, it'll be fine. But yeah, no, that's been really awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much the musical career trajectory.
Sick. So that
So how
was
many
kind of a
bands
question we
would
were
you
both
say-
interested in.
How many bands would you say you've been in?
If we're like official bands, probably
Yeah.
like just those. So like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Hard.
As far as non-official goes, it's got to be somewhere in the like 20s or 30s.
You just
Love
get a
that.
bunch of your friends together and you're just like, hey, let's do
let's
a
jam.
band, and then yeah.
Well, I also lived in a house for a while where it was like all musicians, so like things would just come and form out
Okay.
of that like constantly. So, but yeah, you know, so that's that leads us to
That's
now.
sick. What would you consider to be like some of your biggest musical influences, as far as like artists, bands?
I think I mentioned this to you before, but the Locust is definitely
Fuck
up
yeah.
there.
Amazing. You've seen
Anything
him live,
Justin
I'm sure.
Pearson.
Oh
I have
yeah.
not.
You've never seen
I've
the
seen
Locust?
other-
Oh, dude. Wait,
I've
what
seen
did you
other
see? Head
Justin
Wound City?
Pearson product. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never got
I
to see
saw
Head
them
Wound
with
City.
Dillinger.
Ooh, I
Um,
barely missed Head Wound City, and I really wanted to see him because I love Blood Brothers too.
Yeah, but
But,
yeah, no.
damn.
Anything he touches is Justin Pearson touches is just like
Dude, and
fucking
he's
gold.
actually a super sweet dude too. Well, I mean, I'm sure he's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's probably something edgy that he's done, but like he's a relatively friendly guy. At least I'm told. Skeleton Lipstick met him one time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I'll go top 3. So Locust is number 1. Number 2, and they're in a tie for sure, is the Chariot.
Nice.
And the Chariot, you know, basically kind of setting the flame for the live experience that you see now with Sage hardware, where it's this interactive kind of thing.
Very
You know,
chaotic.
pretty much every band I've been in is like that. Like the Call Me a Dreamer band would like smash our instruments like every show and have to get
Nice.
new ones or glue it back together. So
Unreal.
like that was kind of the vibe and what I took from that. And you know, just the getting at, you know, the everybody in the crowd involved like they were on stage or something, you know. And then like number 3, I don't know. I'm gonna say one of Angel's old projects, Age 16. had a huge influence on like the way I play guitar.
Too cool.
They kind of sounded like, if you know Suis La Lune, they're like I think they're a French screamo band, or Rain. Rain is another band that they sound like, also French screamo band. But just like really melodic guitar playing, but also like super chaotic. You know, just super sick.
I love that. Apparently, the very first Chariot album that has like that super long title. I can't remember what it is, but that first Chariot album, like the entire album was just one long live take, and it's extremely noisy. Like I love it.
It's so sloppy, but like in the best way.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal. Like I loved Norma Jean. I even liked Oh God, the Aftermath, but like I loved Bless the Martyr and Kiss the Child so much. And after Josh Going left the band, I was like, oh come on, and then the Chariot happened. It was just like yes.
Yeah, and
Shout out
68,
Southern.
they're done, but like they also ripped. But just I would say a lot of chaotic energy, but also like, you know, melodic energy as well. I mean that I feel like that kind of comes across in what I do, you know.
Makes sense that you and Sierra Mist are buddies.
Yeah, I love that guy. I feel like I don't see him enough.
You want to ask the next question, Shiro?
You know, I'll take point. We got I will say we got Dennis in chat saying he says, "Oh God, the Aftermath was always his favorite." It's not
Dennis
bad.
From Geometric Lullaby.
Geolo, yeah.
Okay, sick. Yeah.
Ghost Bath, etc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so we talked about some musical influences that are you know, kind of like guitar, drums, very like you know, analog based. Any electronic artists that you like fully synthesized artists that you like look up to or really appreciate?
Yeah. I mean, Aphex Twin obviously is.
We did
is
talk about
a
Aphex Twin in the
huge
pre-roll.
one.
Someone mentioned Venetian
Yeah.
snares as a joke to what Short Stuff was saying about Venetian masks.
It's such a mixed bag with the electronic stuff. Like it's hard for me to like pinpoint like any one artist besides like Aphex Twin. I mean, obviously with like vaporwave and stuff, I would say, you know, Mindspring Memories, like the slush wave kind of stuff. I really, 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 really like that, and I try to emulate that a lot.
The shoegaze of vaporwave,
Exactly,
in my opinion. You know,
and then you know, Desert Sand Gets Warm at Night, amazing. Or Desert Sand Feels Warm at Night.
Yeah.
we knew who you meant.
Another, hey, we're open.
The post-rock band name of vaporwave. Hey, we're open.
Yeah.
That was classic Shiro.
Guys, I go live and then I just forget everything like I've ever learned.
No, it's all good. Like my favorite soundbite of you is going yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have a really good memory. The soundboard. You remember what that's from, right?
Think about Legos, wasn't it? Paper Mario. No, Paper
Data
Mario,
Girl
right?
was talking about. Wow, you really do have a good memory. I'm envious of you. Data Girl was talking about how much of a Paper Mario fan she is, and I got too excited. And it was when Skelly was my co-host, and he doesn't know or give a shit about video games. Like he called Donkey Kong the Donkey Monkey from Super Mario Friendships, complete with Morio instead of Mario.
Amazing.
That's funny.
So, you know, shout out, love that guy, but man, you know, any video game conversation, I was the one owning that conversation. Definitely.
Hell yeah. I honestly kind of like going back on the electronic thing. I can't pinpoint again, but I feel like lately a lot of the stuff that I've been listening to is like Japanese electronic music, like Japanese IDM or like just Japanese experimental music,
Nice.
Japanese ambient music. Like it all has like this experimental flair to it that really
Mhm.
resonates with me. So like I really fuck with that.
Like
I
like
feel like that's the perfect.
Cornelius.
I feel like that's the perfect jump off to the next question about your Japan experiences. I mean, I feel like
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
because you've been in
definitely talk about
Japan
that.
so much, the last couple of years, I'm sure that's definitely influenced you with Japanese IDM and probably
Big
breakcore and
time.
all that. Yeah.
Big time. Like I've always been like a fan of Japanese stuff, like anime and the music but like going there and like touring there and getting to like interface with like Japanese people for the first time and like just seeing like how different their scene is compared to ours, like it almost feels like their scene is just like so open. Like when you go to, they call venues over there live houses. When you go to a live
Nice.
house, it's like everybody in the live house ends up talking to each other by the end of the night. No one's standing there
Oh, I
like
love that.
arms crossed. Like you just become friends with everybody in the room because the vibe is just so intimate, and it just creates such a unique experience. And the people over there are so into music. Like it's like I feel like over here we're kind of cursed by this thing where like money is put before music, and I
Yeah.
feel like yeah, that exists over there, but it also doesn't exist in a lot of places over there. Like a
Hmm.
lot of these live houses are, probably barely making any money. They're just kind of doing it for the love.
Yeah.
Like a labor of love.
Yeah, but Japan, I don't know, like I'm so Japan pilled, so I could talk about Japan for days and days and days, but like it impacted me, like it impacted me musically, and like it impacted me so much that like the trajectory of my life right now is like I'm finishing college so I can move there.
Hardcore.
Yeah, so like I don't know what to say about it. It's just such a unique place with such a unique vibe and culture, and the people are incredible, and I strongly suggest, like, if you're like do music at all, you should get over there and tour, because it's a lot easier than it seems. Like you could
Seems
just
like a
like
lot of
message
things are closer
people.
together.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't like, if you want to know any specifics about Japan, I'm happy to elaborate.
I was actually going to ask, if you don't mind me kind of cutting in and adding on to your question, Tiff, like, can you give us some stories, like, in Japan 10 years ago, just whatever, like, what are some of your favorite touring or live show stories? Craziest,
I know one of the
funniest,
I know
scariest,
one of the craziest ones.
shittiest, whatever. Let's hear them.
Wait, what is the craziest one? I want to know.
Oh,
Just give me a keyword.
Yeah, just the last four where the guy was bleeding everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one.
All right, we'll go with that one. My, I don't know if I should mention names. I have a buddy in Japan that plays in a band, and he books our show usually. And so this night in particular, we were playing at this place called Forest Limit, and he booked one of his bandmates, and I don't know what was going on with the bandmate, but the bandmate did this like short like monologue section in Japanese, and I was trying to like translate some of it, but it was very like incoherent. But he just like at one point he just turns around, kneels down, fiddles with this bag, pulls out this insanely large kitchen knife, and just slices his forehead open, turns a distortion pedal on, and starts screaming at the top of his lungs until the pedal just like cuts off. And the venue was like, there was like blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of insane.
Imagine if that happened at Midwest Aesthetic 3.
I mean, when when Smoothie told me about it, I was just like, you need to get out of there. I don't like. I'm like, that is an unsafe area. What the fuck?
No,
Like,
it's
I mean, the guy was like bleeding profusely, and I
Oh,
think
head
he needed
wounds
stitches.
bleed like a motherfucker.
yeah.
Uh,
The unfortunate thing, well, it's unfortunate, or it can be whatever you want it to be, but like the thing about that whole like grindcore gore grind scene is they're always trying to like shock people,
Yeah.
and they will do like I had a roommate that I lived with that would like match with girls on Tinder and bring them to the show and do stuff like that.
what the fuck?
I'm
That's
not friends with
hilarious.
this guy anymore for obvious
Okay.
reasons,
Like,
but
people just really enjoy like the reaction
Oh
that
my
other people
god! Yeah,
get.
let's
Yeah.
traumatize people for fun. That's so cute.
It's
What?
fucked up.
I mean, it
Oh.
can be
But
moving. You know, it can be impactful. It
yeah.
can be memorable, but definitely
Shiro,
like
if somebody took
you
you
need
on
to
a
know.
date.
Well, what I'm
No,
saying
no,
is
no.
like, so I haven't finished my thought, but like my counterpoint is you need to consent to that in a way. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
I don't want to draw a false comparison, but like like when people like do their kink in public, and it's just like, hey,
Yeah.
nobody else consented to this, like, you know.
Or you need to
True.
do it in a space where it's gonna be like it's gonna be received well. Like
Yeah.
this show was definitely not the vibe for that. Like,
Interesting. So
at
this whole
all,
time
like-
I assumed that you guys were playing shows that like, wow, okay.
No.
this
it
show,
was-
well, we did play shows where it was like heavy,
Okay.
you know, but
But not
this
like
show
that.
in particular.
Okay. Yeah, like my
like-
assumption
yeah,
was that
exactly,
there was like a
not
heavy
like that
lineup.
heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
That-
some of the shows
gotta
were
know
like
your
that,
crowd.
but this show in particular was like, it was like me and like a bunch of electronic artists. There was like one duo that was doing like, they were like remixing Japanese songs and like screaming over it. But like the
Kinda
vibe
badass.
wasn't like edgy,
Yeah.
like shock culture bullshit. So, but yeah, let me think about other.
Yeah, let's hear some more.
stories. Let me see.
I guess what I asked, like, because you've been to Japan twice now, right? Because you went last year for a whole month, and then the year before that
Yeah.
you were for a couple of weeks. But what was
Right.
like, what was like your first experience, like leaving Japan for the first time versus coming back and then having like reliving everything? Like, what were differences that you noticed, like for being like
Yeah.
fresh into Japan for the first time and then coming back and kind of sort of settled in? Like, what are your takeaways from that? Like the
So I would
differences you
say
noticed.
fresh. It was definitely very disorienting. One, because like I had never flown that long, so I didn't know how to handle that kind of travel.
Yeah.
So I was just like awake for like over 24 hours. And then like thankfully like Smooth was already there, and my buddy Ashok, who I think both of you guys have met.
Maybe
Maybe you'll meet him at I2K this year.
hard. I can't remember
but,
anything, so maybe.
He had already been, so he kind of showed us, but like literally immediately after we got off the plane, like a TV crew approached us the first time we went, and they were
yeah.
like, "What are you guys doing here?" Like, and they like interviewed us for like 20 minutes, and I'm kind of just like I'm just like ready
Been
to
up for
go to
24
the
hours.
Airbnb.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god,
they-
yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Like I think David the Dab Wizard or somebody was like showing them a picture of like me at the first I2K where I was trying to get on the stage and I like fell back off. And they were like, ha ha ha, funny fat guy, like,
Unreal.
because they're not, but I don't take offense to it because they're like not shy about like, they'll just be like, you're fat, and it's like an observation over there, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But,
I guess I'll never go to Japan then. I
But
don't think I can handle that.
it happens a lot less than you would think, but I don't know. But I guess coming this time, it was almost like, okay, I'm back. Everything is like so familiar again from like where I left it before. And it wasn't such a hassle to like figure everything out. Like it just kind of just like picked up where you left off,
Yeah,
almost.
that's good.
You did your practice run last time. Now you could do it for real.
Yeah.
So
The hardest thing is figuring out the trains, honestly.
That's kind of
once
what
you
I
got
expected.
that, you're good.
So
Like-
what is, and you've talked a little bit, you've gushed, about it.
Yeah.
What does Japan do really well? What does the U.S. do really well?
I'll say it depends. Like, are we talking about like?
Could be anything, buddy.
I'm gonna say
what's something that was
they're-
noticeably omitted in other countries that we do really well, and of course, what's what was the most delightful thing? You know what I mean about another country.
I'm gonna say the trains. The
Yeah.
trains, the public transit was like the thing, and just like the convenience of everything, like in Japan, like basically everything is like based around the train station in Tokyo. So like if you work or if you live here and you work here, you can get off at this train station and do like all your shit for the day before you go into work. Like post office, shopping, whatever, like. So like that convenience where it's like I feel like everything's really efficient in Japan, like there's not a whole lot of time wasted. One of the things I feel like in America we do right is we're all about kind of like expressing our personalities. Like that's very encouraged. Whereas in Japan, I'm gonna say that's like less encouraged.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's kind of more. It's changing with like the younger generation. They're kind of like fuck that shit. But I feel like there's like you have your public facing self and then you have your private self and you keep them separate. Whereas like in America, you can merge the two and no one thinks twice about it. So
Yeah.
I would say that those are like. That's my takeaway from your question, or how I would answer your question.
That's a really good answer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like what it was Osaka was more like grungy versus Tokyo.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And there's definitely other places where it's more laid back, but I think just like in the school you're kind of like taught, keep these separate.
Yeah.
Learn how to react in this situation,
Yeah, it's got to be exhausting to put a mask on all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't, and I can't remember the adage, but it's like the nail that sticks out gets hammered down in Japan. So it's like you're not supposed to stand out because you're supposed to be, in a line, you're supposed to, go to school, work, have children, I guess, and then die. Like there's it's very similar to the US, but it's very much like you cannot express any personality there. At least that's what I interpret Japan as. Like,
I mean, there's definitely very expressive things that come out of Japan. I think probably because of the stringent like the upbringing, like people just go the opposite way than when they become an adult, and you get things like for instance the noise band like Hannah Tarash, like I know like that's like the most extreme thing ever, and so
I mean that's where Merzbow is from. I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
Boris out there,
Yeah. So I think I think that's how things are still and how they definitely used to be, but I think it's changing, and at least from my perspective and like the time that I've spent with people over there. But employers are still very like do what you're told.
yeah.
I believe it. That's really
but,
interesting. I love how that like turns
that's the
into like
trade-off.
what you said. It makes people very expressive.
Yeah. I mean, that's at least what I've noticed.
What would you say is your go-to karaoke song?
You did a lot of karaoke in Japan.
What is it? The Lane theme song. Is it Boa by Duvet
yeah, that's correct.
or Duvet by Boa?
No, I think it's Duvet by Boa.
Okay, okay.
Is it not
okay.
duvet?
Yeah, that's.
I guess I thought it was pronounced duvet.
It could be.
Yeah.
But that song,
Yeah.
100% every time, because they always have it.
I have a
Like-
really good like trance flip. I think it's by Porter Robinson's other project. I can't remember what his other project's called, but it's like a very trancey flip of that I should send to you if you're interested at all. Like, trance has
is
been
it
coming back in a big way.
The James K.
I do like
Is
James
that what
K,
it
but no, I don't
is?
think it's James K.
No.
I'll find out who it is.
James K has a flip of that Lane song, or
Really?
like a cover that they did. Yeah, and it's so good. It's like perfect.
Or maybe our link queen, Lux, can
Yeah,
find
I'm
the
sure
song
she's probably
Shiro.
finding it right now.
Yeah.
Very cool. I've always been partial to like Everybody Wants to Rule the World, or like Saturday Love, or something by Alexander O'Neill.
Yeah.
I think I sang New Edition's "I'm Not Your Kind of Girl" last time we did karaoke, and ironically, one of our friends sang Duvet that night. I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, every anime fan fucks with that song.
The anime itself is just so imprinted in my brain for some reason. But I wanted to touch back on Japan real quick because I forgot I had this here, but I wanted to mention Eulale, the artist
nice,
that I
yeah.
toured with this year.
Oh, you met Eulale? Very cool.
She's from Kyoto, and we've been talking online for a couple years, but we linked up the first year in Japan, and then this year we like actually did like a run of shows together. And she's incredible. She's like the best person in the world.
She
like,
seems very cool.
just so sweet and just a pleasure to tour with. And I just wanted to shout her out because, you know, I feel like more people need to know about her music for sure.
Yep, she's done a lot of collaboration. She's worked with Donorlands. She's done a lot of stuff on Dream Catalog with people that are like very dream punk adjacent.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. I need to get more into her work. She's a beautiful vocalist.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the way she does it live too is just it's perfection.
That's badass.
So good.
Well, I want to ask a question regarding like, I don't know, you've done like a lot of stuff. So you've done like a lot of like hardcore, heavy, like screaming. You also done vaporwave adjacent. Like, are you a fan of genres? Like, do you consider like what genre would you put Sage Hardware, or do you not categorize it as a genre at all?
That's a great question.
I don't know. I think in the last like 2 years, my catch-all for Sage Hardware has just been digital hardcore.
Okay.
That's actually great. Yeah.
Just because, you know, I don't know. I feel like it kind of touches on everything. You know, digital hardcore can be a lot of different things, just like vaporwave can be a lot of different things. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I would say that, or like another. I think cybergrind is like another genre
There you go.
people use to describe me. I don't feel like I have enough blast beats for cybergrind, but you know what? I'm gonna take it.
You could open for Genghis Tron. Absolutely.
That would be insane.
It would.
But yeah, I would go with those two for genre,
cybergrind
for
and digital
sure.
hardcore. Great descriptors.
See, that's interesting because I like when I hear hardcore, I've been like the last year, probably 2 years at this point, I've been really into hard style, but
oh yeah, we know what you're
at an up tempo like hard style is called hardcore. So when I'm like searching for stuff, it comes up with like metal stuff, but then like I don't know, there's like different category
Well, and then there's happy hardcore, you know.
Well, that too, but it's like, how do you? I don't know. When I hear hardcore, I think of like hard style, up tempo hard style, really aggressive. But you're referring to a totally different one. So what would be digital hardcore?
Like I think
like
the
Machine
first,
Girl.
Yeah, Machine Girl, Atari Teenage Riot.
Yeah, Atari Teenage Riot for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Beyond them, like I know a lot of like cybergrind bands, like Blind Equation comes to mind. Bubblegum Octopus, Coco Joey, all those guys. But yeah, I don't know.
Justin Pearson had a sort of cybergrind side project called Holy Molar, and had Gabe
It is
Serbian
so
in it
funny
and
you
everything.
bring up Holy Molar. I never get to talk about this band with people.
Did you get to see Holy Molar?
No, but like,
Oh man,
there was this in my friend group in high school. We would like religiously watch. There's a video of Holy Molar playing this kid's like 16th birthday party.
oh no way.
On YouTube. It's still up. You can see it. But we would always replay this one part where the pizza guy comes to the door, and they just open the door, and Holy Molar just starts like going into the next song, and the pizza guy's like,
Oh
"What is
man.
going on?" Like,
Yeah, that's badass, dude. Yeah, Holy
Yeah.
Molar, man. Always playing in like the fucking surgical masks and the whole like surgery get up. Fucking Gabe Serbian.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best drummers I've ever heard.
For sure.
I'm unfamiliar with Holy Molar.
Man, I mean, I don't think it's the kind of hardcore you would fuck with. They got synthesizers,
not.
but it's mostly like grindcore.
It's like insect sounding.
Yeah, like the
Alright.
Locust.
Almost. Yeah.
So
yeah.
like when you're listening to music, no matter what the kind of music is, what is like a sound or like a synth or just like an instrument or just like anything that like ruins the song for you?
Ends the song. Probably I'm gonna say things that are like way too polished.
I feel that.
Like pop music, for
Yeah.
instance. Like it's just like, I don't know, it's so sterile.
Mhm.
I don't know. I worked at Target for a while, so obviously I have to listen to like Target playlists.
Yeah.
And that kind of music, like Taylor Swift, like, I don't know. It's just so it's so boring. It's so sterile. Like, I don't know. I don't
I feel
really
that.
like
It
it.
bothers
I
me,
don't
bro,
either.
when like getting back to like all the metalcore conversations and stuff. Like I feel like in the mid 2000s there was like a change where like there would be a whole lot of like post production on like the dirty vocals, and they would
Yeah.
make it sound way too like perfect. And like, I mean, we're all vaporwave fans, right? Like we fuck with like weird sounds, artifacts,
Right.
and it just like really bothered me when like the vocals were too like the dirty vocals were too clean, you know, overproduced.
Yeah, like too polished.
Yep.
Yeah, because there definitely is like a period of like that metalcore stuff where it was like not refined, and
Yeah.
that's kind of like the sound that I love.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
not
that
saying you got to make it
unrefined sound.
shittier, you know, but
Yeah.
but like, you know, it is
When it's
off-putting.
too
It's
polished.
like listening to a Venetian mask. It's too uncanny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it all goes back to
Y'all need to make that
Venetian
shit
mask, huh?
worser.
But I feel like I feel like it'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Japan crew this year. Just give them a shout out real quick. Dave, the Dab Wizard, Dinky Pie, Koda, who's our buddy in Japan, Aubrey, who goes by, I don't know. If Dab Wizard, if you're in the chat, can you drop Aubrey's
Yep, Dab's here.
name in there? And then Drugs TM, who makes those custom PlayStations. You should definitely check all of them out because they do like amazing stuff. And of course, Smooth. Can't forget Smooth.
Can't forget
Shout out
Spooks,
to
right?
me.
Cannot forget Smooth. Smooth was like my plus one for the 2 weeks after everybody left in Japan. We just
Yeah.
hung out in a hotel in Kawasaki
Just
for
palled
like 2
around.
weeks.
I love that.
Yeah. So
That's
Those are
I
my
love it. That's
boys.
terrific.
So I have a question. Since you do a lot of like live music, what is your favorite DAW? Like, what do you use when you do like produce your own stuff instead of doing like live instruments? What do you typically use?
So I love Ableton. And I've been using Ableton for probably the whole time I've been doing Sage Hardware. It kind of actually led to Sage Hardware was switching from Logic Pro to Ableton. And I like it because I feel like sample manipulation in Ableton is just like super easy and clean and like it's really not hard to get it where you want it to be. Whereas other programs, you gotta go through like 4 or 5 steps to even get to that point. So they have like one button that'll do it.
So it's efficient.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's good.
faster workflow, because that's like when I'm writing stuff, I feel like the faster I can get ideas out, the better the song is gonna be, because I just get a bunch of ideas out and then I refine it. So that's kind of how I make music in general.
I like it. What is
Yeah.
a song or album that you think everyone needs to hear at least once?
I'm gonna do some Googling here.
Google away.
I'm more of a DuckDuckGo man myself. I'm
Uh,
gonna get another drink while you answer that question.
what is? It's a Harumi Hosono album. Phil Harmony by Harumi Hosono.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like that album is just like it's got the Sportsman song on it, which is like the classic song everybody knows, but it's also got like a lot of like experimental tracks on it as well. There's a lot of variety on it. I feel like it covers a lot of ground. And it kind of hits on that like Japanese experimental thing I was talking about earlier as well. So definitely Phil Harmony.
I've never heard of that, so I'll have to, or maybe I have,
me
but
neither.
I'll have to
I need
check
to check it out. Y'all tell us in chat, what is the one song or album you think everyone needs to hear at least once?
So, like, you've shared a lot of, like, in the beginning of the episode, you showed a lot of, like, a lot of physical stuff from, like, your past of, like, you know, patches and cassettes. So I'm assuming that you're really big into physical media, at least, more than... Would you say you're more into that than streaming? Have you, like, gone away from streaming? Or are you trying to do more physical listening now?
I would say it's pretty evenly split, because like when I work, or at least, you know, up until recently, like when I work, I'm like driving.
Yeah.
So like I'm usually streaming something or playing like a playlist on YouTube when I'm driving. But when I'm home, I do have like a bunch of vinyl and a bunch of cassette, especially like vaporwave cassette, like huge vaporwave cassette collection. And I will usually just try to throw that on when I'm at home.
Nice.
Too cool.
Especially at night, like as part of my like winding down process, to put on like a cassette or something. So
yeah, I mean, I'm still very much into physical media, obviously, but I don't know, I just find that, you know, sometimes physical media can be hard to, like, you know, it's not very mobile, I guess. Like, you know, if you have a cassette player, you know, or cassette deck in your car, that's probably may not be easier to do in a newer car nowadays because everything is all customizable. But I just it's I don't know, I find like listening to physical media, like you have to like set down the time to do it, and like, you know, usually, you know, when you put on a cassette, you're not just like, you're not scrolling through, you're listening through the whole album. So are you more like a playlist person, or are you more of an album person?
it definitely depends on the scenario. Like I said, like if I'm like driving or I'm doing something where the music is almost like secondary, it's usually like a playlist type of vibe. But like, you know, when like when you're forced to listen to like physical media like at home, or you're not forced, but like
It's more
part of the deal
intentional.
is you sit down with it and you have to like listen to the whole thing. You know, I think that is also important too, because like that's how the album's supposed to be perceived, is like as a collection of songs together instead of one song in like a 200 song playlist.
Yeah.
So it has its like advantages and disadvantages, I guess. Like, but if I'm trying to be brainless, I'll just put on a playlist.
Yeah, and yeah, I get that. Do you think like the album format is going away? Like, do you think that'll always be around? Because I mean, streaming being so popular nowadays, it's like, as you say, just throw
and
on
artists releasing shorter and shorter collections of songs too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be split. I think you're gonna have the diehards that are.
It's gonna be like the K economy.
Yeah, like you're gonna have the diehards or the lifers that have been making albums since they were younger, and they're gonna just do that forever. But then you have like the younger kids who see like one or two singles pop off, and they're like, "I'm only gonna do singles." Like, so because it depends on the person, but I don't think it'll ever truly die out.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any like for Sage Hardware? Do you have any albums on physical media?
Yeah, I have a couple. I might be able to pull.
Yeah, grab them, gents. I will say, while you're pulling those out, if I can interject super quick, I clearly am a playlist guy as a DJ, but I've recently been really enjoying getting back into revisiting old favorite albums start to finish. So, like, I'm coming back around.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear a new album, I always listen to it start to finish. I was joking about putting the new Boards of Canada on shuffle for the first time, but I was clearly joking. So, yeah, shout out albums.
Okay, so actually I was listening to that new Boards of Canada album the other day, like just a random YouTube playlist, and about halfway through someone stuck a hour playlist of 2026 greatest hits halfway through the album. I guess to like fuck with Boards of Canada fans or something.
That's weird.
I don't know. But I was just like, what is happening right now? Like, this is insane. But anyways, I pulled some stuff. So this is the first album I released, Another Mine. Released on Bass House. If you know the artist Zero, he did all the artwork for this and the design. It came
Zero
out
Ray?
Is it Zero Ray or the zero with the dot after each letter? Oh, wait, that's a musician. It's gotta be Zero Ray.
It's not Zero Ray. This Zero is Dab Wizard will know exactly who he is if he's in chat. But I think he's in Brazil.
Okay.
But he's like a digital artist.
Oh yeah, it must be the one with the periods after each letter. Okay.
Yeah.
Lux knows him. Okay.
There's so many. I always.
For some reason I thought he was not a visual artist.
I think he makes music too.
You heard it on
but maybe under a different name. So here's another album I did. This is the second album, Akathesia, released on Virtua 94. Pretty cool. And then we have the latest one, which is the one with no screaming on it. It's more of like a shoegaze vibe. It's called Apathy Syndrome. Okay. Also released on Virtua 94. But yeah, so those are the ones that are like here in front of me. But
nice.
There's the mobile suit stuff as well with Room 208 with Rob. Those cassettes are really cool. They do a really insane job of like the designs on those. So if there's any left, you should definitely cop some.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Mobile Suits.
Is there such thing as objectively bad music?
I think I'm gonna say no, because like music is an interpretation, and everybody's interpretation of music is different. So I don't know. I don't think anything could be like objectively bad unless like everybody in the world agreed on it. Like it would have to be like some insane voting process.
Like the 877 Cars for Kids song is
Oh
objectively
God,
bad.
Yeah.
I know that's been
Electro
that's been
swing
going
is
around. That's been
objectively
blowing my
bad.
mind. That whole controversy.
Christmas shoes is objectively bad.
Ooh, the Christmas shoes about the song from the ABC movie.
I'm just joking.
Is that what you're talking about?
The it's like the song about the kid who wants to get his mom some shoes for Christmas.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like one of
I know
those like
exactly
most
what you're
hated
talking
songs.
about.
I mean, Miles
Yeah.
is pretty bad, but I love that motherfucker. I was posting Miles tracks in the hot take server like yesterday.
Nice.
Well, I don't know if we had like touched on this because I know what the hot takes is sort of we're vaporwave adjacent, but like how did you find vaporwave? How did you find? Was it because of Fire Tools and all that Mindspring memories, or what's your story on that?
I think the first time I ever heard it was I was having a house party 2012, and this guy was like, "You gotta hear this Weather Channel music, bro." And so he put on like he probably put on like Corp or something,
Nice.
Cat System Corp. And I was just so like I was like, "What is this?" I'm like so enamored by it. And like I had already fucked with like DJ Screw and like one of I don't know how I didn't mention this artist earlier, but Lil Ugly Mane.
Oh yeah,
Is another artist
love
where
Lil
it's
Ugly
like
Mane.
he's chopped and screwing stuff, and I'm gonna actually go on record and say that he's probably the thing that got me making electronic music out
That's
of
badass,
hardcore.
dude. Look,
Or the
Win2K was
guy.
on a couple episodes ago, and he loves the Ugly Mane as well.
Yeah, I mean his artistry is like so insane. But so I was already
Shout
kind
out
of
Sean
on
Kemp.
that tip where it was like stuff was like slowed down or like super messed up, and then I don't think I touched it really again until Kyle moved back to Maryland, Sierra Mist from Georgia, and we started hanging out, and he just like opened the floodgates. And that's when I got on like Twitter and like started to meet everybody.
Nice.
So
Love that.
Sierra Mist.
Yeah, check out Sierra Mist if you like what Sage Hardware is doing, but with like a touch more breakcore. A lot. Let me not play around. A lot more breakcore. Check out Sierra Mist. It's dirty. It's uncomfortable. It'll make you feel. It's like the shoo of vaporwave.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's time for the chat to ask your questions. You can pick Sage Hardware's brain for the next 30 minutes. We got started 5 minutes late, so we're going to go 5 minutes late. So if you guys got questions for Sage, throw them in the chat right now, please. And while you do that, do you want to get another quick one in, Tiff?
Let's see. Yeah. Trying to think. I don't know. We've covered so much stuff.
I feel like one thing we didn't touch on is the mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, and then we'll do the audience questions.
Since we're the topic of like Venetian mask, what?
Right.
Why do you wear the balaclava?
It kind of started as like an edgy thing because there's like a lot of power violence bands that wore ski masks, and so it started as like that. But the more it developed, I don't know if either of you guys have seen this show Delocated.
Yeah, yeah.
So
on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the humor aspect of my platform or whatever you want to call it comes from that, where it's like
Okay.
the whole identity of Sage Hardware is kind of like this mysterious guy who's, no matter what's happening, his life is like falling apart around him. And so that there's that aspect to it, which I've kind of played into a lot. And then there's just the whole aspect of like the transition from like being in a band to being like the only person on stage. There was a lot of anxiety around that at first, and I feel like the mask kind of gave me like almost like courage to like just get up there and do it and just say fuck it. And there's been times recently where I'm taking off the mask and I feel like I'm getting more comfortable with like
Interesting.
playing live and just letting it all out and not
Yeah.
feeling like I have to rely on that, you know, comfort thing. But so yeah, that's pretty much the origin story of the mask.
Interesting. Yeah, I love
Yeah, I like
Delocated.
that.
It's a very obscure because it's like a regular dad like family, but he just wears a mask constantly, and I don't know if it's ever even brought up on the show why he's wearing the mask, but it's just, I don't know, it's like Tim and Eric type.
He's in like
Damn, I
witness
really need to see
protection.
that then, because I love Tim and Eric.
Was it?
Oh, Tim and Eric is amazing. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's in witness protection. So they took him and put him in that New York City apartment and changed his voice, and they made his family wear ski masks so that I think it was the Russian mob was trying to kill him. And so that the whole show revolves around them filming a show about being delocated, I guess.
Shout out to Adult Swim, man. For
Yeah,
introducing
old Adult
normies
Swim.
to like
Adult Swim
I
now
know.
sucks.
I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you what's going on with it now, but
I know,
definitely
I
introduced a
lived-
lot of normies to like alternative and like left field art.
I
Definitely,
lived on
yeah.
Adult Swim forums in the early 2000s. That was my home.
That was the time. Yeah, all of the
Yeah.
2000s, man. Man, we got some questions. So I'm gonna start with
Oh yeah.
667, otherwise known as Geometric Lullaby. Sushi or ramen?
Ooh, sushi. I don't
That's a
know.
toughie.
Sushi is like, ramen is like, you gotta commit.
Yeah, that's
Ramen,
true.
you're gonna feel
Oh, good
full as
point,
shit
yeah.
after.
Ramen's
Yeah.
like an album. Sushi's kind of like a playlist.
Exactly. Sushi is like you can like spread it out and
Yep.
you know,
It's
hit
not gonna
one
make you
spot,
hot
hit
and
another
sweaty.
spot.
You're not gonna like
Exactly,
slosh when
yeah.
you walk.
For sure.
Is that can't just happen to me? Like,
But
you know
No.
the slosh
ramen,
feeling. Yeah.
No?
ramen is incredible after a very drunken night out.
Yeah.
So we'll
Dude.
put that out there.
I wish the ramen around here was like it is on the West Coast, man. I miss good ramen.
Yeah, it's crap around here too.
Sushi here's dank.
All the
not the
Japanese
ramen.
stuff.
Got a great question from Roche Corp. Any newer fucking vapor or adjacent fucking artists you've been motherfucking fucking with?
Is that supposed to be like the Indian guy on Instagram where every other word is fucking?
You talking about the video of the two Indian guys fighting in Britain? One guy's in a car.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
I don't
but
want
there's,
to
like,
imitate
there's-
the accent. I don't want to get canceled live, but it's hilarious.
There's one lane where it's just there's an Indian guy and he like explains stuff, but literally every single other word is like fucking. It's like
That's
this fucking,
hilarious.
that fucking. But
No, Roj asks that question all the time, and you know he's a little edgelord. So,
wait, what was the question again?
any newer vaporwave artists that you've been fucking with lately?
Newer vaporwave artists. Oh, I don't know. I've been doing school like the past 6 months, so like
Oh, shout
my
out you, bruh.
pulse for like new music is kind of like screwed. But I feel like I've been really fucking with the I think Dreaming Diary put out some
Oh yeah.
new stuff recently, and I really fucked with that. And
What a delightful
I
fellow.
don't know, like, yeah, I've only met him once, I think, at
He's such a terrific guy.
at Econ. Yeah, he's behind me in line. He was like, "Oh shit, you're Sage Hardware."
Nice.
That was like the first year I went where like nobody knew what I looked like, but
I remember meeting you, and I don't remember which of us greeted the other person. I feel like you greeted me first, and I probably did the classic, "What's your name again?"
yeah,
Now I'll
yeah.
never forget you.
I don't remember when you and I met, Sage. I don't remember when that was the first time. You just sort of like, I don't know, were around. I don't remember. I don't know.
That's funny.
Maybe Econ. Were you? Wait, cause
I was
maybe,
at
or
Econ
maybe it
3
was
and 4.
I2K. Was
It must have
when
been I2. Yeah, it must have been then.
Yeah, probably because you started dating Smooth.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know Smooth at the econs, so
Okay.
I feel like we probably would have not met quite yet.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
it's probably I2K. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, that was such a cool time.
Speaking of Smooth Brain, he's got a great question for you. He says, "What's the story behind the shoplift from Big Business merch?"
Oh man,
Which is a cool,
so
like slogan.
Target, fuck Target.
You do
for a
not
lot of
want
reasons.
to shoplift at Target, buddy. But let's hear the rest of this story.
You don't. You definitely don't. But fuck them.
Yeah, for real.
So when I worked there, they forced me to do self-checkout a lot, and part of self-checkout was like policing people. And I refused to do it every time.
Nice.
But I started.
But did you do like did you verbally refuse it, or you would like you would go over there, but you would like just like not do your job?
No, the loss prevention would like look at me and be like, kind of like trying to nudge me over, and I'd be like,
Nice.
just straight up, just say no, like.
I love
And
that.
it was a situation where like, we got to get you more comfortable with that, and I'm like, no, it's like a morals thing. It's like not gonna change for me.
Yeah.
But because they do like destroy people's lives with that shit.
Oh, dude, I'm talking about it in chat because, sorry, I'll say it on main. I used to boost all the time. Like I was very proud of it. I did fucking all the time. I've boosted like thousands of dollars worth of groceries, and I don't give a shit. But Target literally like has helped develop the surveillance software that's used by like governments and shit, militaries.
I didn't know
They've
that.
got like they're tracking your face, bruh. They're watching you, and like they like will wait until
They'll
you've
keep track.
stolen $1,500 worth of merchandise. I think is where it becomes a like grand theft.
Felony.
Yeah, maybe it's the 1,000. I can't remember. They will fucking wait until you've hit that like level, and then you're gonna get pulled into the room that doesn't have a knob on the outside.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll fucking get you, dude. Do not boost from Target.
So
Just
yeah,
don't go
definitely
there.
Don't.
You know, just like
Yeah,
don't
just-
even go
they're
there. Like
just-
ever since the
like-
Republican administration took over, fuck it. I'll say it on main. I haven't stepped foot in a Target, but I don't judge anybody that chooses to do so.
Yeah, they're kind of like they're very. I don't know. They try to pretend like they're about community, and like really they're just about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they had all those like
corporations.
makeup
Yeah.
lines from like POC and you know LGBTQ people, and then you know it's like
The thing that
Rainbow
did it for
corporatism.
me was when they what was the controversy where I forget what the term for it is, but it's like they defunded it, and it was like the thing where businesses were hiring like people of color.
DEI.
Oh, DEI.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when that happened, the thing that did it for me was all of the like the people of color like products in the store that they were featuring at the time ended up on the clearance rack in the back corner.
No.
Oh my
And I was
God.
just like,
Not surprised.
this is so fucked up. Like,
Wow.
even my own
Uh,
company, like I won't name them because like I could get fired, but like we used to do Pride, we used to do Juneteenth, like not anymore.
yeah,
Gross.
it's dude, it's insane. But yeah,
Corporation's
fuck them.
gonna cooperate.
Ooh, was
But
always
the
always
checks,
performative, anyways.
Always, you're right. You're
yeah,
right.
the checks from Target went directly into those shirts, so they technically paid for it.
Oh, dude, I remember when people were setting targets on fire. Or I don't know if there was multiple, but like a target was on fire and being looted during the George Floyd, uprisings, and people were so, oh my god, like they're stealing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
people
just
always
like,
say like Target's better than
oops.
Walmart,
Oh
but they're
no,
both same sides of the same
Anyways.
coin. I mean, they're both shit companies. I mean, I worked for Walmart for 2 years, and yeah, it opened up my eyes of like one, how awful humans are to retail workers, but two, just how awful Walmart is in general, just corporations. And I'm just like, oh wow, it was always like very anti-union. I remember like during my training was like, don't
union
do
busting
unions,
is so
it's
transparent
bad.
too. They're like, you could buy a PS5 with all the union dues you wouldn't pay in a year. Which one makes more sense?
The craziest thing for me was when I worked at Amazon, and in the training they were like, if you're caught saying the words living wage, you're gonna get fired.
Oh my fucking god, that's hilarious.
What?
I shit you not.
One of my favorite subversive things to do at my employer is they have this thing called the employee. Well, I'm not going to say what it's called because I don't want to out myself. But like, basically, if you donate to somebody like an organization, they'll match it up to $500 a year. And I'm pretty sure they just rubber stamp that shit because I'll constantly like donate to like the Trevor. I'm not trying to like brag, okay, but like, I mean, I'm older. I have some privilege, so I'll donate to like the Trevor Project, Wikipedia, fucking, I don't know, something else cool, ACLU, and my corporation will be like, yeah, we'll match that. We'll match that. And so I'm constantly like just getting my corporation, who I'm sure like probably like has set like right wing donor records, constantly donating to like the Trevor Project and shit.
Yeah.
Because no one's looking at it.
But yeah, corporations suck.
Got another great question from, I think it's Kira. Do you introduce some kind of controlled randomness system, or did you make all the cuts by hand?
Are we talking about the music?
You know what? I didn't get the context of that question.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
Because if it's about the music, it's gonna be half and half. Yeah, there is like random.
Let's see, they were talking about
randomizer things that I use.
Okay, yeah, let's just hear about that.
But there's also like very thought out, like structured things that I do as well. So it's definitely both.
If you want to jump in chat, Kyra, and kind of like maybe kind of clarify what you meant by that question, we'll definitely circle back to it. In the meantime, you guys keep them coming. We're going to go about 5 minutes after top of the hour since we started late. So we got another good 15 minutes of questions y'all can throw in chat, and we'll ask Sage while we get people to throw some more questions in chat. I asked you about objectively bad music. Do you think there's such thing as objectively good music?
But I feel like it's the same thing where it's like,
yeah,
you know, your music is an individual experience, so one man's trash is another man's treasure, you know?
Way to stand 10 toes down.
Yeah.
Let's
True.
see, Roach Corp asked, do you like the smell of burnt sage?
Oh, I was going to skip that question, but okay.
I mean, it like burnt to a crisp sage, or like just
burning a sage, I guess.
Just
like,
burning.
Yeah,
a
have you ever
okay.
saged anything?
I mean, I would say yeah, I do.
I think it's kind of stinky.
It can be.
I'm not the
So,
biggest
hot
fan
take,
of
I'm not
sage.
crazy about incense.
Damn,
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I know. I'm the odd one out. Like, I get it. You smoke weed.
It's not even about that, bro.
I don't even smoke weed anymore.
I know. I'm just
like,
being a hater, bro.
It's just
That's my. Go ahead.
It's kind of like a relaxation thing, I think.
Well, it
for
also
me.
it lasts longer than because it's smoke, and smoke sticks to things. So that's why I use incense personally, because like aerosol sprays, they don't really. I mean, this one
True.
is Garden Rain, but it smells good for like 5 minutes, and then
I'm a
it's
candle
gone.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, big candle. guy.
See, I'm afraid of like, I don't know. I'm afraid of like catching shit on fire and like forgetting
fair.
about a candle.
Girl, incense is lit up too.
Yeah, but it's less of. It's not a burning flame.
But it's like
just
smoldering. Okay, I'm with you. All right, you're
yeah.
right. You're right. That's on me. Alive in the Wired says, "Do you have a favorite type of merch to buy or sell?" I saw Donnie Benet recently, and he only had $70 vinyls.
Jesus.
That's insane. I love shirts.
Yeah, me too.
Just because shirts are very universal, like, you know, it could be a thing where like someone finds out about you because someone's wearing the shirt somewhere, so it's like a self-advertisement.
Oh yeah,
thing.
bro, a shirt that says "Steal from Big Business." People are gonna ask.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Those shirts go hard though.
Oh, thank you, appreciate that. But I also love like wholly unique things, like how I had the hot sauce and how
that
I
was
did
you?
the whole
Yeah.
hot
That's
sauce
hard.
for a
Yeah,
minute.
I forgot to ask about that. Yeah, tell us just a little bit about that hot sauce you made.
So I don't know. I forget who. Maybe it was both of us talking about it together, but it was either me or Dab. Like came up with the idea, or maybe it was like, because my friend ran a hot sauce company for a little while called
Nice.
Morning Moon Hot Sauce. He did like hot sauce for like Pig Destroyer and shit, like just fucking insane shit.
Oh, wow.
So I think maybe he floated the idea to me, but I was kind of like, I don't know if people are gonna buy this. And then I think it was Dab who was like, you should just do it and just like make insane like video for it, which the video is taken down now because I got death threats over it. So
Death
For hot
threats.
sauce?
different
What?
story.
What was in the video?
It's a whole different story.
What? No, you gotta
So, like,
you gotta elaborate on that.
The guy that was in the video is like a former friend of mine, and when we had a falling out, he was basically like threatening me. He's like, you don't want to find out what happens if you keep that video up, and he's like kind of insane and owns firearms, so I was like not trying to fuck
You
with
should
that.
put a picture of one of his baby pictures on a tape and just see what happens.
I was gonna say I have a picture of where he recently I guess he got pretty jacked recently, and I like went in Photoshop and made his muscles really small. But yeah,
That's what I do to my enemies, too.
He like made me take the commercial down, and the commercial is insane if you haven't seen it. It's like a 10-minute magnum opus, like Tim and Eric, like just fucking insane, crazy, wild ride. I'll if you're in the Bass House Discord, I'll throw the unlisted in there and you can watch it.
Yeah.
But I
Damn,
can't.
I hate that you had to like take
make
it down. Man, it makes me sad.
But the insane thing is now the guy Ryan, who I play in the band with, lives in the apartment directly below this guy.
Oh my god.
So
is
every time I
insane.
go to hang out with Ryan, there's like a 50% chance that I'm gonna run into this guy.
What's
Jesus.
wrong with people?
I don't know.
Smooth Brain
Over
wants to
hot
know,
sauce.
what led to the shift from your previous sounds to the softer, dreamier tones in Apathy Syndrome?
Ooh. Good.
Great question,
Good
Smoothie.
question. So I've always kind of had songs that had softer elements to them throughout the albums, like whether it was a section of a song or just a song entirely. But like, I guess, at the time, and like at the time I was doing like DJ Cam Girl stuff with Jeff, and that was like really, 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 really intense. And so I think my brain, like intense, like, the music was like super intense, like just like the craziest maximalist music. And so I think in my own time when I was like kind of creating my own music, like apart from that, I was, you know, mainly focusing on just like softer stuff because I kind of needed that like contrast, you know, between the super maximalist stuff and then like the, you know, the dreamy shoegaze kind of stuff. So before I knew it, I kind of just had a whole album of stuff, and still am, you know, I have like 4 songs like that right now that I'm working on that should come out sometime.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just, you know,
Definitely keep them rolling.
crazy parallels going on there.
So keep them questions coming. We got a couple more minutes. You don't want to miss the chance to ask Sage Hardware all of the things that you've always wanted to know. Oh man, Smoothie with another classic. An evil wizard has compressed your soul into a CD. What color is it? And what is the first track that plays?
Okay, it's gonna be clear. The top's clear, so you can see yourself in it, and it's gonna be Rick Roll.
Nice.
Amazing.
Somebody's got jokes.
So you're gonna see yourself getting Rick Rolled.
Love it.
While we wait on a couple last minute questions, how important do you feel like things like reviews, blogs really don't exist anymore, but like curators, playlists, how important do you think those things are with regards to taste making?
For taste making? I don't know. I don't think they're like insanely important for it, because I feel like taste making is like, again, it kind of goes back to what I was saying before about like individual experience. Like you kind of create your own taste, and I know there's like a taste making where it's like, okay, this is like the standard for whatever this is or whatever, but I don't know, like I think it depends on like where you kind of stand with that, I guess, whether you want to take that stuff seriously.
So
or
how would you feel if
know.
I could probe a little? How would you feel if you were like featured on a digital hardcore, like essential, like if you were on like a rate your music guide to like, you know, well, you didn't say grindcore. What was the genre? Not grindcore.
Cybergrind.
Cybergrind. If you were on like a Cybergrind essentials playlist, like how would you feel about that?
I mean, I guess I would feel fine about it. Like, I mean, I do think that, you know, I fit into that category, so I would probably be pretty hyped on it.
Yeah. I think it'd be pretty badass.
But yeah, I
personally.
mean, what's that?
I said I think it'd be pretty badass personally.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know. I think it's just like, it kind of just depends on the person, really. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. I love the like open-mindedness, kind of like nebulous, totally subjective takes.
Yeah.
KJ Valley.
I don't know. I try to think of things from like all angles, you know.
That's good.
Just
that's good. KJ would like to know what's your favorite Pokemon.
Ooh, Psyduck.
Okay.
Easy.
Wow. He's thought of that one before. he knew the answer immediately.
In Japan, they call him Koduck.
Koduck?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I fuck with this lazy energy.
Alive in the Wired says, "What is your bucket list live band?"
Okay, so I'll do 2. Bucket list band that I've already seen. The Chariot.
Yes.
For sure.
Jealous.
Bucket list band that I haven't seen and will never see. The Locust.
When I tell you they play even faster live, it's unbelievable, and they will not play encores. One of the only bands I've ever seen where they're like, one more song, and they were like, nope.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because, like, dude, they got to be exhausted by the
Oh,
time
dude, I
they're
can only
done.
imagine.
But bands still existing, probably there's a band from Japan called Number Girl. And they're kind of cited as being the Nirvana of Japan, although they sound nothing like Nirvana. It's just like the same like cultural regard, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a band I'd like to see at some point. They're not active anymore, but like every so often they will just do a reunion show.
Sick. One
Yeah.
last question, man. I'm sorry to everybody who doesn't get to ask the last question. Roach Corp wants to know what are some of your favorite video games?
Ooh, favorite video games.
Hell of a question to end on.
Silent Hill, for sure. Big influence for like Sage hardware in a lot of ways. Just I don't play a lot of newer games. I play like a lot of older, like mid 2000s, like PS2 Japanese horror, like Fatal Frame, and like Kuon, and like just those types of games where it's that specific like Japanese horror vibe. Those are definitely my favorite. And then you can't forget like I guess the only recent game that I've been playing that's kind of like that is Silent Hill F, which is like the one that's set in Japan, and that game is like fucking perfect. Like they
Chef's
really
kiss.
they did a really good job. It hits on like all the original stuff that I feel like Silent Hill hit on that was like terrifying, but like an updated format. So
I'm not much of a horror game player, but I've heard good things about it. Maybe someday.
yeah, it's intense. There's some times where I'm like, I'm trying to pass this class right now, so I gotta stop playing this game because I'm too stressed out.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Damn. That's time. Sage Hardware,
All right.
everybody. So before we go, though, since we got about 5 more minutes, we like to make sure we end every episode on a really good note. You've opened your heart out to us. You've spilled your brain to us, your thoughts. So go ahead and spend as much time as you want to spend shouting out anybody you want to, putting us on anything you want to put us on, letting us know how best to support you, and just any projects you have going on coming up, anything you've recently dropped, anything in the works. Like, this is your moment, man. Go nuts.
sure. So I'll start with like recent drops. I dropped Apathy Syndrome recently, so that's on Virtua. There's cassettes available for that, so you can definitely pick that up if you fuck with it. There's an EP that I dropped on the Sage Hardware Bandcamp. That's like the classic Sage Hardware sound, super chaotic. So that there's like 5 songs of that just came out in December. Working on another like kind of like shoegazy, slowcore kind of vibe
There you go.
EP.
There's a genre.
Yeah, and that's about 4 songs deep right now, so we'll see where that goes. But I mean, I would say the best place to keep up with me is Instagram. I'm
True.
pretty active on there. At least with like checking it. Like,
Don't message this man on
kind of, like-
Discord. It'll take him 3 business days.
yeah,
Instagram, he'll get right back to you.
it's Instagram is I've kind of slowed my roll with posting since school started, but I'm gonna start back up again because I got some free time coming up. But other than that, I just want to shout out like the Maryland crew and the Japan crew. Maryland crew, Well, yeah, Maryland crew would be like Dink and Dave Dab Wizard, Smooth, Spaghetti Max, Mars Palooza Arcade, who we did the
Oh yeah,
Aesthetic Fridays
Friday
with, which we
Fridays.
didn't. That's a whole. We'll have to get into that another time. But yeah, the Baltimore crew and Japan crew. I'll shout out Koda. I'll shout out Harry, Andy. Um, so many people over there. Oshi, Amy, Beth. I could go on forever, but yeah, pretty much. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you so much for coming on tonight. You were delightful, and I really appreciate you giving us your valuable time and letting us pick your brain apart at times.
It was fun, man. This was great.
It was very fun. You were so personable, man. You guys need to come out and see Sage Hardware perform live sometime and just hang out. What a warm individual. Short stuff. What do you got going on? Any projects? Anything you're working on? Anything coming up?
I guess eventually I will post on Instagram. I've been collecting a lot of stuff, like I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eventually post a bunch of stuff that I have collected. Recently I went on like a huge like thrift tour day with Christ. We went to a bunch of different spots, so I found a bunch of stuff, he found a bunch of stuff, but yeah, just follow me on vapor stuff, stuff with one F. I will eventually post on there. I'm trying to get. I don't know. I'm nervous about posting, but I need to.
Don't be nervous. People like this stuff. Honestly, when you post pictures of your hauls and like your house on Hot Take Server, people love that shit. Like,
I know.
Didn't Frank JFC literally go to your house to interview you in it?
I forgot. Oh, that's gonna come out soon. So Frank and I, we did a podcast on my couch. That should be coming out on his channel soon. That is Frank JFC FM.
Frank JFC FM.
So he does a lot of interviews. So that'll eventually come out here soon. But yeah, that's all for me.
And on that note, honestly, y'all go check out Frank JFC FM because, like, I thought I was a decent interviewer, and then I actually got interviewed by Frank too. So he's got a lot. It seems he has a lot of episodes that are like locked and loaded and haven't been released yet. So I've got an episode coming up too. Just had a delightful time talking to the. If you've never hung out with Frank JFC, you're really missing out. He's got just immaculate vibes, just an incredible sweetie. Yeah, he's 100% as funny as he is online in person, and he's just like he's Johnny on the spot. Like he just comes up with those like jokes and just like rippers just on the spot. It's unbelievable. Great attitude, great aura. But yeah, so I've got an interview coming out on Frank JFC FM. Go check that shit out. Go watch the other interviews because he's witty and funny and a great conversationalist. I performed recently at New Visions Detroit last month. Brick Mason from Hush Tones and Doki Doki Beats put together a show featuring a lot of slush wave people and DJs and kind of experimental vaporwave artists, along with some known names like Christ, Frank JFC, Luxury Elite, and I got to perform kind of in the middle of the lineup with a I thought pretty fun, pretty energetic future funk set. I don't really pull a lot of future funk anymore these days, unfortunately, but I put my heart and soul into it. I had some stuff by like That's Matt, Unibeat. I think there was a Cyan Blue track in there. It was a good time, and it's on my SoundCloud. Check it out, New Visions Detroit. Great event. Almost a completely perfect evening, honestly. I can't wait to go to their next event. You were there, Short Stuff. You and Smooth Brain were both there. Really, really good time seeing you guys again. Detroit was a lovely city.
I got to eat M&M spaghetti.
Oh yeah, you did. You did get to eat M&M spaghetti, and Lux and I went to a seafood place, and we stayed in Dearborn, which has one of the biggest I guess Middle Eastern, halal. Yeah. So we had all the shawarma. I went to some of the best rated baklava in the entire country, and got just a sampler of Middle Eastern. There is one dish that I can't remember what it's called. and I would just probably botch the pronunciation. But like I thought I was a baklava fan until I figured out about this other Middle Eastern dessert, and I'm not going to make you guys sit and wait while I try to scroll and find out what it's called. Basma, Basma, or there's like sometimes it has 2 S's. Bless you, buddy. But yeah, so anyways, enough about Detroit. We're performing at I2K, y'all. So you guys can check out this link that I'm posting where you can get tickets for the upcoming I2K.live. It's going to be happening in Richmond, Virginia on the 14th and 15th of August.
13th and 14th.
Yeah, don't click the link that quiz. It's the 13th and 14th? Girl, I just looked at the post.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No. You don't owe me an apology. I'm just like, I'm so used to being wrong. Like, I don't even like, I learned to laugh at myself a long time ago. So anyways, it is, sorry, I'm not trying to step to you. It is Friday the 14th at 8 p.m. And that's when I'm going to be performing. I'm going to be performing that night with Uniwa, that's Matt, Crystal Eternal, some other really cool people. And then day 2 is at 3 p.m. And that's, you're actually going to be able to see Dreaming Diary along with Freswave, Corizon, Luxury Elite, Luxury Noise, Saint Pepsi, Simple Syrup, Van Gogh, Vape Whitewoods, and some other important people that I've just not mentioned due to just like brevity reasons. But it's going to be a knockdown, drag out. You guys can get tickets for night 1 or night 2 or both. If you get the tickets for both nights, you get a little bit of a discount, I believe. So fuck it up, get some tickets, and go ahead and pre-order yourself a shirt too. I still don't really know what I'm playing, but it's going to be fun. Going to make sure that it's something that's captivating, that people will enjoy. I always try to bring my best to these events. So yeah, check it. $40 for 2 days, man. That is a really competitive price. And you're going to see a lot of friends there, and you're going to have a really good time. And Roge and Van Gogh throw a great show. So definitely go.
Not to
I'm going to be doing the
mention
decorating for that, so definitely check it out.
Okay.
It's going to be Frutiger Metro themed.
the brewery that it's at too is like top tier too. Like,
Yeah, basic
And apparently
So
they've
good.
been really pleasant to work with,
the
too.
vibes.
Dude, I'm really excited. I missed I2K2, and I'm still kicking myself for it, but Richmond is a long drive from where we are, so, you know. But I'm glad I
Same
get to go
here.
this time. Guys, please come out. We would love to see you. You'll have a great time, I promise. And then other than that, I can't think of really anything else that I have going on, which is kind of crazy considering it's the summer. But you guys, we invite you guys to check us out and jump in our Discord. We invite you to check out all of our YouTube playlists. Donate to Hot Takes if the spirit moves you. All of our donations go towards equipment upgrades and literally commissioning human beings, not AI, to you know, make the show beautiful. Like this design right here, all Christ, baby. We paid him too. Just saying. But check that shit out. You can follow us on social media, and you can get your tickets and shirts for I2K.live. We're going to be bringing on a guest who most of y'all probably have never heard of, but we're going to have a rare Saturday night episode because we're going to be accommodating a British guest, an artist named Kasha Mauer. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Kasha Mauer has been an artist that I've loved for a long time that makes kind of like R&B influenced ambient music. And they've agreed to come on the show at 7 p.m. Eastern, so a little early, but it's really late for them, on Saturday, June 20. So, one of my dream guests, if you guys like ambient music, if you like R&B music, like W. Bayer, maybe you've heard. Did I say June 20? Yeah. Is it June 20? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, I'm pretty sure. But anyways. Oh, okay, so maybe that's not going to be the night that we do it. But anyways, that's going to be our next guest. Keep your ear to the ground because it might be a different night. But either way, that's in the works, and I want to thank each and every one of you individually for being here tonight. And I want to urge you to check out Sage Hardware, and we're going to wrap tonight with a couple ads for some upcoming live stream events and IRL events that I also exhort you to go ahead and attend. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Have an awesome night. We will see you soon.